the intro video's not set.
What's that?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the non-musical introduction of the StarMaker Bolin show at our special daylight saving time start time. 8:55 Eastern, 7:55 Central Time. Way too early in the morning for Coltrane on the West Coast.
Oh no, good God, he's snorting coke somewhere on Fifth Avenue. Do they have a Fifth Avenue in Las Vegas?
I'm sure they
do. I
do.
don't know that he snorts coke. That's only an assumption on my part.
He's visiting. Yeah, he's gone to Las Vegas to visit with the Disco Inferno.
You have disinserted your microphone, it appears.
I have relocated it. Yes.
Well, redisinserted.
What I did was I have
what'd you do?
I have the same microphone. I've worked this computer that is my personal computer. I have a laptop that I use for work.
It looks like the same one.
No, it's the same. It's the Shure. It's just I've moved it from one side of the desk to the other.
Right.
It was over on here because I was using the same mic for my work computer and the home computer. But I said, you know what? I actually have a second microphone. I have a nice, lovely little. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay.
That's a Roswell, nice little Roswell mic.
I used to have one similar to that, and you had a black one you had talked about sending me, but then again, I haven't sent you your.
You talked about me sending it to you.
As a matter of fact, I think I told you to send it to me. And Cody Rhodes is sitting here saying you probably should send it.
Yeah,
now Dusty Rhodes says he don't give a fuck if you send it or not. Is what Dusty said. Cody's he's a hardball player.
What did Pete Rhodes say?
What did who say?
Pete Rhodes.
Pete Rhodes. That's a whole nother guy. Come here, Scooby. You didn't get much attention on your birthday. No, you didn't. And everybody forgot to tell you what a beautiful dog you are and that you look good for 5.
We had an 11/11 birthday for the Scoobs.
Born at 11/11 in the morning.
11/11/2011.
Got the tail end of that. Who's in Las Vegas snorting? Well, could be anybody. No, I was talking about. Did I say Las Vegas? I thought.
You might have said.
I meant to say Phoenix. Say Phoenix. Never dreamed Rico would be the first one in here tonight.
Hello, Rico. How are you?
Never dreamed the Ricky. Ricky still hasn't got a membership to the show.
Yeah, Rico don't lose that number.
I guess he thinks he gets it back. Is this the microphone working tonight, Bob? Because sometimes I never know.
It seems like it is.
Well, hang on. Did you hear that?
I hear that.
There we go. Because I don't hear. I just have mine going through the monitor sound, and so without me having headphones on. But if I had them on, I would still. It wouldn't tell me what you guys are hearing. It only tells me what I hear through the mixer. So the headphones are deceptive to me anyway.
The studio mixer monitor there.
So how's it going, Rico? What are you doing this evening? Rico got all kinds of things going on, but we'll cover that on another show. And TC from the NC's here. We might only be here 30 minutes. We know how the donations Rico lately. We know how the donations have been going lately, so this could be one of those 30 minutes. But this is, by the way, season 16, week 47, episode 1632, and we continue
coming up on the season 17 premiere.
That'll be whenever the fuck we do something in January, I guess.
Yeah,
that'll be right about.
If we still do the show in January
the 20th, 21st, that's for sure. Because if there's any more cabinet picks, whoever gets them put in charge of the Department of Podcasting, I might not have access to the internet anymore. Who would be the Department of Podcasting? Maybe he'll pick me.
Maybe it's the Federal Communications Commission.
Being as Mika and Mar-a-Lago Joe went down there to see. Apparently, it was supposed to be a secret interview. How do you think Mika and Morning Joe are going to show up at Mar-a-Lago, and no one's going to report about it? So apparently they had to come clean about it. Apparently there's a big uproar. Twitter / whatever the hell they are, worth 84% less than what it was when Elon Musk read his rocket didn't work again today. The rocket was supposed to come back and gone into the launch pad.
I've heard Donald has that same problem sometimes.
Well, I hear he has trouble returning to the launch pad. I've heard that, but no, the rocket fell in the Mexican Ocean today. I didn't even know there was a Mexican Ocean, but apparently that's where it fell.
The Gulf of Mexico would be.
Oh, well, if the Indians get an ocean, my people,
Yes.
the Cherokee Triangle Ocean, why don't they get one? I'm at work right now, just notified when you're on. So, well, I'm glad you did, Rico. Glad you popped in to say hello.
You actually got a notification. That's what's shocking to me.
I didn't. Shit. Yeah. So, are you working in Vegas, Rico, or are you in that undisclosed location? Hi, Chairman Mau Mau. Chairman did not want to go out today. It was 77 degrees here today in Louisville. Down to 59 now. It's dropping. It's supposed to go down to about 42. 48, I think.
62 tonight with a low of 50.
Oh, speaking of the cork snorker,
Yes. Hot off of a cocaine binge in the strip clubs of Las Vegas.
I mentioned cork snorker, and Rico thought I was talking about him.
And just immediately went there, huh?
Apparently, I said Vegas instead of Rico was the first one in the show tonight.
Hey, Rico.
But I can't get Rico to drop a dime on a badge membership to make him look cool like the rest of us.
Well,
I can't get it.
Rico always looks cool, right?
Those American Gladiator royalties probably are not coming in.
Well, you never know.
You
never know. I had to turn my microphone sideways like Bob does. So maybe Bob, we will hear much better these days.
Oh, hopefully.
Than normal.
Well, the mic's a lot closer. That's part of why I moved it too.
Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, we're hearing you okay today. We're hearing you okay.
I actually put a sound dampening blanket over the top of me, so I think that kind of helps.
Okay. Now, I have not watched the other than a quick snippet that was shown to me at Bubba's Burgers. Shout out to my good friend Bubba's Burgers. Hello to our lovely waitresses, Corby, the redheaded waitress, and then we had Deja, not from Asia, but a beautiful young lady.
What's her last name? Boo?
I don't know. We had Corby, Deja, and I call her Sade, even though her name is Sadie. And Sadie from Salem, I call her. And but
my white friends used to call her Sadie too because they didn't know how to pronounce it.
I want you to hear.
Sadie?
Yes, Sadie. Yeah, I want you to hear what got pulled on Bubba's Burgers last night.
All right.
Apparently, a local school system over there had arranged some big teachers meeting. And Monday nights is our normally night over at Bubba's Burgers. We go there and we get these big half-pound burgers. And even if you had to pay, they're $10.99 for a big-ass burger, fries. I think you got to pay for your drink if you're not, the king. But even for normal white people,
Peons.
even for normal white people, because it is Southern Indiana. Good luck. I couldn't even take Coltrane over there because it's Southern Indiana.
I'll just claim I'm Italian.
It might work. My little Italian friend, Regio. We could do that. So no, they do have black people in Jeffersonville. I want to clear that up right now. I don't want to spin the tale that there's no black people in Jeffersonville. There's a few, but it's a very Trump heavy state. Even once you cross the river, not as bad as once you get up into the boondock counties of Indiana, like the Salems. Now, Indianapolis not so bad. Indianapolis is pretty heavily Democrat. It's all around Indianapolis you got to worry about. Fort Wayne is Michael Jackson territory, probably. I don't know. Who knows?
Gary.
Yeah, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Gary, right up around there. Yeah, they're reasonably
close.
That's
next to Chicago too, then, isn't it?
The first time I went to Gary, Indiana, I was scheduled to sell cookware there in 1984. I'm staying at a Red Roof Inn in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Kenny, you have an appointment in Gary. I'm getting ready to walk out my hotel and go to Gary. The local news comes on. Says, oh, by the way, a torso was just thrown off the bridge at such and such bridge in Gary, Indiana. Called my boss back. I said, nah, won't be going to Gary, Indiana tonight. Just had a torso. He said, well, Kenny, you got to go. It's a great lead. And what are the chances another torso is going to get thrown off the bridge? I was 1 in 2. Could be mine. Might be my torso.
What's the chances of it happening the first time?
No. No, I ain't going. Find me somewhere else to go. So I never ventured into Gary, Indiana that night, and nor did I ever go again. One torso per decade was plenty for me, so I didn't go.
Yeah.
And stayed in the safe confines of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where all the comedy clubs are and hotel casino areas. So what was I talking? How you doing, Billy Sellers? Billy in here with his badge right now. Rico's doing work. I'm allergic to that. Bob, I was rambling about something. What was I rambling about?
Gary, Indiana.
Fort Wayne,
the burgers. What happened at the burger place?
Oh,
Yes.
the burgers. So we get there and we ask for our regular waitress, Sadie. Sadie's who we normally get. Well, Sadie's not available. Who you got? Who you recommend? They recommend Corby, the redhead. She's a 26-year-old redhead who's been with her boyfriend, husband now. She says, well, I'm 26. My husband's 29. Okay, how long you been married? 3 years. But we've been together 10. Listen to this story. I said, okay, let's trace that back.
You were
I said,
illegal
okay.
back then. Okay.
So when you were 16,
Okay.
he was 19. Okay, you were 16. He was 19. No, he was about 17 and a half. I said, no, 10 years ago, he was not 17 and a half. He was 19. That was statutory rape if you guys were doing anything. And I don't know what. I'm in one of those moods where I'm just interrogating everybody over anything.
It's Indiana. The age of consent might be 8, for all we know.
Well, in Tennessee, they've been into their thing. I went to Gary, Indiana once. I will never do. Well, you did more than I did. You went. I was booked.
I know somebody from there.
The team maker in the house still has his badge. No, I was booked and did not go. Tom Nichols, my boss in 1984, was furious that I would not get in my car, my 78 Thunderbird, and cruise on over into Gary, Indiana.
Like a cruise your ass on over there.
Like a man.
It's only
Who's got a torso? Who's got a torso for sale tonight? I'm buying torsos. Are you buying cookware?
Never know when you need one.
So we asked for Sadie. We get assigned Corby, but I want Deja. Deja, I think, is Deja's something special. And but Deja's got another table. So we get Corby. Corby's all right. Corby did fine. So Sadie. Well, where's Sadie? Well, Sadie is delivering a shitload of pizzas to various organizations in southern Indiana. Well, she knows we come on Mondays, but she's our regular girl. Why? Well, a teachers organization ordered 16 pizzas. We were preparing them. They had reserved tables. They were going to have a big conference here, and they ordered 16 extra large pizzas, all the various toppings, sides, extras, salads, you name it, and they canceled. I said, what do you mean they canceled? She said, oh, no, they canceled 5 minutes before they were supposed to be here. We already had their shit prepared and ready to go.
Oh, man.
I said, so who's on the hook for that?
Restocking fee.
She says, well, we were just trying to be nice and have all their shit ready. So they canceled 5 minutes before. They don't think they're responsible. I said, this is a teachers organization. This should be teaching our children right from wrong and decency from kindness and various other things like that. And they just fucking stiffed you on 16 pizzas and all the what the fuck? I said, so what are you doing with the pizzas? Well, we're going around to fire departments, school organizations, homeless shelters. They even went over into Louisville to a homeless shelter. The homeless shelter says, what do you want us to do with them? She says, well, they're free. We would like to think that you would hand them out to people in there. Well, we don't know what to do with them. You know, we have our own food that we cook here for them. Don't you think they'd like to have some free
Take
pizza?
a night off.
You know, we got 16 here. Why don't you take 4 pizzas for the people inside the homeless shelter? Give them a slice. No, we better not do that. So they turned down the free pizza at the homeless shelter. So they go to the various fire departments and police departments and things to give out the pizza. So Sadie comes back because she has to punch out. They let her be on the clock for $7.25 an hour instead of $2.12 an hour, her tip rate. And I said, well, did these fire departments and schools and various organizations, did they at least give you a tip? She says not one organization gave us a tip. Not the fire department. She went to 3 different fire departmts, couple of police departments. Not one of them left that poor girl a tip who drove in her own car, her own gas, at least on company time for $7.25 an hour.
You mean those same people that call you twice a year because they had some damn ball they want you to buy tickets to?
Those people that need money. Yeah, them. You cheap fucks. I'm in a mood tonight. Rico, you're a cop. If a girl showed up at your car with two or three free pizzas for you to take back to the
He'd probably arrest her.
The headquarters, would you not say, well, my God, here, give her $6 for her 3 free something?
Something.
What the fuck? What a disgrace to fire department people and cop people. Is that what we call them? Cop people?
Cop people.
You Southern Indiana assholes and a few of you
Sounds like
in Louisville should be
movie.
fucking ashamed of yourself.
Cop people.
The cop people shows up with free pizzas and salads and 40 of the knots, the dough knots or whatever.
Garlic knots.
Garlic knots. There you go.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
You're
wow.
probably one of the ones that stiffed her. You knew what they were.
Yeah, I came to Louisville just to fuck.
Came to Louisville to get your free garlic knots. You had 40 of them.
Oh,
No. What the? So I was not happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Very upset. I did not post it on Twitter that we were going to be on tonight. So there's 12 people that might not even get the notification. 12.
You were so upset that you didn't tip her either.
I didn't. No, we did, because that's part of our deal. We're eating there for free.
Right.
So we all tip her 30% of whatever the bill would be, and there's 3 of us there. So she says normally she's the best table of the night. We're her best table of the night, but we give her 30% of whatever the bill would be, and I would do 50%, but that's 20% more than 30. So y'all can do the math. Y'all understand why. So the Tyson
114% more often.
The Tyson fight. And Pat McAfee has basically just made Dallas the worst city in the world. Jerry Jones is the worst owner of the world. The Cowboys are the worst organization ever to play professional football. Well, he called the AT&T. What's the name of that stadium now? I know Jerry World's one of the names.
It's AT&T Stadium is the.
Doesn't that figure? I've had my issues with AT&T. So they were going to. I did not know that they hadn't opened the roof in Dallas in 2.5 years. They were trying to change the mojo, trying to change the luck. And the hole in the roof ain't that fucking big anyway. I don't know why it was such a big deal that we're going to have a little gap in the ceiling.
Is it the same thing like Texas Stadium had? That strip.
Yeah, then it looks just like Joe Robbie Stadium. Joe Robbie. The fans are basically covered when it rains. I think the sun only shines on the heel side of the field. The babyface Dolphins are protected from sunshine. So when it's 79 degrees on the Dolphin side, it's 106 degrees on the heel side, and it was apparently constructed that way. And it's just, and when it rains, basically the fans do not get wet, so it's a great idea. No air conditioning bill or anything. So for some reason in my head, I was thinking AT&T Stadium was always open. I did not realize they closed the roof. Well, apparently they do, and it hadn't been open in 2.5 years. So they tried to open the thing at like 4:30 yesterday. Bob might have got hit by some shit. I'm a little worried about Bob.
I did. This fell off the roof.
Sheets of metal start falling. 2 separate big sheets, and one of them almost hit somebody. They had film of it.
Jesus.
And almost hit one of the producers or something. And then a second sheet fell, and then they had to go bolt that sheet because it was caught in the catwalk and scared it was going to fall down and hit somebody. And I only want to hear catwalk when I hear that song on the catwalk. I shake my little twist on Al Bundy's favorite song for those that don't remember. So
I was going to wear that
jersey
jersey
away in the comments here. I'm only rambling on for the fuck of it. Don't get carried away. So what Rico and T-Maker and TC from the have said anything.
So when there's 25.
So Pat McAfee just went off on the Cowboys, and the first play of the game, Houston had like an 82-yard scoring play that got called back for holding or something. I mean, it just looked like it was going to be doom and gloom. So Bob, why is it such a big deal? Why do they not open that roof one time in 2.5 years?
Because most of the time it's hotter than hell down here, and when it's not, it's usually drizzling
cold as
or
hell.
Rain. No, it's usually drizzling or rain. So
really,
it's just
it's never just nice. Huh?
Every fucking game, it's either hot or rainy. That's amazing.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Especially for the Cowboys, because they.
I mean, the season don't fucking start till goddamn.
The Cowboys
September.
have now spent of their home games this year, they spent 2 minutes with the lead.
Apparently not. Apparently not. Pat McAfee says the Cowboys have not led in a home game in 6 games for not even a second. That's what you calling Pat McAfee a liar?
A liar. He's wrong.
Oh,
because they did slightly lead in the Detroit game for a few minutes, 2 minutes and 15 seconds, as a matter of fact.
Pat McAfee said today that y'all hadn't led for 1 second in the last 6 games going back to last year.
Pat's
so you actually led the Detroit game?
Yeah, for just a couple of minutes. I
can't wait to call Pat McAfee a liar.
And they have spent more than 2 hours of game time this year behind by more than 20 points.
Good God.
God damn. Now you see why I don't bitch about the Dolphins so much anymore. We're in second place in the division, Cold Train. We're in second place. We're eight games out. But
I know. You still got a chance.
Yeah. 8.5 back. That ain't even close in baseball, more or less.
72 Dolphins got a chance. They popped their champagne.
Yeah, we got to appreciate who saved our ass on that one. The Packers or no, it wasn't the Packers. Buffalo. I bet it kills Buffalo to have to be the. I'm shocked they didn't lose to Kansas City. I hope they'd go undefeated. It's just the 72 Dolphins.
What do they got? With the Patriots though.
Who's left? Larry Zonka, Nick Bonaconti. I don't even know if Nick Bonaconti.
I don't think Zonka's still alive. I thought Zonka had passed.
I think he's still around.
Hey Google, is Larry Zonka still alive? I think he is.
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
I don't know.
Am I a bigger deal than Larry Zonka? Hey, Google.
How many members
is Kenny Bolin still alive?
Of the 1972
Larry Zonka
are still alive.
I died at the age of 86 in 2018 in Cheltenham, England.
Oh. That
was Kenny Bowen.
Yeah, he is alive.
Yeah,
born in 40.
Yeah, I thought Rico told me that that Zonka was still alive.
Oh, that's right. He was the American Gladiators.
Actually,
he was the host of Gladiator. Along with, hang on, a little trivia. Who was, because Rico could answer, who was the other host of American Gladiators other than Larry Zonka?
Hulk Hogan. Layla Ali.
Yeah, it was like one of those NBC announcers, wasn't it?
NBC announcer who was a big deal in his day. Anybody?
Bob Costas?
Bob Costas.
Yeah. Any of the 30 people that
Marv Albert?
That's closest. That's closest guess yet. Mike Adamley. We were looking for Mike Adamley.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, the wrestling guy.
Adamley.
Okay.
And he was almost kind of the Bob Costas of that era.
And you know what? They actually did make a big deal out of that when he went to WWE. I forgot all about that.
He was
Mike Adamley, yeah. And Larry Zonka, and I think Layla Ali got involved in some of the later versions. And
Hulk Hogan and Layla Ali, they had the later version.
Well, you know what ended that shit? Hulk Hogan called Layla Ali the N-word, and he got fired, is what I heard.
Probably.
I don't know how much truth, but it seems likely from things we've heard recently.
I remember how Larry Zonka used to always interview people. He'd like damn near cradle him into his arms.
Larry Zonka called Hulk Hogan the N-word and got fired, which I did not know. I didn't even know that happened.
That's a little bit of
Hogan was awfully dark back then, so anything could have been.
He did used to orange up quite a bit.
You know, I rarely ever get called the N-word, but maybe the paleness of the skin, maybe. I don't know.
Could be.
Think the music I listen to, it could be a mistake, you know.
Or the Kool-Aid that you drank.
When I lived in LaGrange, everybody in LaGrange said that I was blacker than the black people because I listened to more black music than they did.
I have friends like that too.
I'm on Main Street, my speakers are in the window. We're throwing frisbee. We're throwing frisbee on the street, and I put my Zenith Allegro speakers in the window. And the only thing coming out of that window is Cameo, the Brothers Johnson, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Casey and the Sunshine Band. Donna Summer. Yeah, the only thing coming out of those windows is not AC/DC. You know, even if Cornette came out, we were not playing no fucking AC/DC. Ronnie Laws. You familiar with any Ronnie Laws music?
I know the name, but I don't know a lot of the
music to listen to because I'm going to listen to it again.
Laws and the Laws one.
That was not the same Ronnie Laws. Ronnie Laws had a song. He was a jazz performer, and he had a song called "Always There," and it's an instrumental. And it's a great piece of music I've always liked, and I haven't thought of in a long time. It just hit me tonight. So if you like jazz music, bring up Ronnie Laws' "Always There," and it's an instrumental. There's no vocals or anything, And I remember I liked it so well, I bought the album of Ronnie Law's. God, this was in the mid 70s sometime.
Oh, saxophone player.
Yeah,
Friends and
saxophone.
Strangers.
I played the saxophone in high school.
Did you? I didn't play any instrument. I
played the alto.
I played the boombox is what I played.
Played with Earth, Wind, and Fire from 72 to 75.
Goody.
Oh, what? How long was he with Earth, Wind, and Fire?
3 years.
See, I got big with Earth, Wind, and Fire probably about 74, 75. And you said he was there in 72?
72 through 75.
Got out just in time for
He was kind of on his way out when I was really getting into Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
But no, Bob scooped me on that. I did not know that. D. Edge Copeland, cooking supper. I'll jump in when I'm done if you're not off the air.
Yeah,
well,
it's not
what's it looking like right now?
It ain't looking good because I have not looked at the donations yet, but I smell a rat when I smell one. And here we go. You've got money. We're off and running. Zach Bonifer with $11.19.
I do want to say that it's unfortunate we could not make our picks on Thursday. Since we obviously we didn't make any NFL picks last week, obviously.
We didn't make any right. We didn't make any that were right. TC from the NC's donated $10, so we got 21. We really desperately need to make about 60 or 80 in here tonight, minimum, if we can. On the bottom of the list, and if Eunice is watching, don't get pissed, but honey, we got people needing food right now.
You guys heard from Jambi, damn it.
The good Lord who loves the Philippines so much has decided to blow your all's country over into fucking North Korea somewhere if they get the chance. So, is anybody going to comment? I'm going to leave the show if nobody's going to fucking comment. There's a lot of, no wonder no one does live interactive shows. Nobody wants to fucking be live or interactive, other than Rico, the Tea Maker, and TC and Billy Sellers. Not that you all know
10 minutes. No,
yeah,
16 minutes.
Longer than that.
You still got to give me Rico's information when I head to Vegas in a couple of months.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It'll probably change in a couple of months, knowing Rico.
Yeah. The day before I go, hey,
just rat him out. All right. How many emails have y'all got from Elon Musk and Donald Trump since the election was over?
A lot.
I did not get
wanting to give you a free T-shirt,
but I got followed by Elon Musk on Blue Sky Social.
No, really? Did you get? Oh, he's on there too.
Yeah,
I'm on the Blue Sky. Have
you found me on there? X is supposed to be like the free speech.
In fact, I posted before the show started.
Oh, did you?
Your and my address for Blue Sky.
Okay.
And I did the follow. Found you right before the show started.
My high school sweetheart. She didn't know this, but she knows now. My high school sweetheart, Carla Hall, from New York City, who worked on the Democratic campaign.
New York City.
New York City. We used to drink picante sauce together. Her and I. And paste picante sauce. We would get a rope. We'd eat it by the bowl. And she got me over on the Blue Sky. And so I'm.
What is that? That's an app or something?
Yeah, it's a replacement for the
Democrat version of Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Isn't it funny how Twitter's supposed to be the free speech, but he kicked off Stephen King for calling him the first day like a little bitch?
Oh, my algorithms were fine till that fuck showed up. Now just go, no man, no, you never ever got a lot of attention over here. I said, well, number one, I was verified for free
before you had to pay for it.
Cornette had to pay $440 for his, according to
$440.
Cornette. Well, back then, if you really wanted to get verified quickly, and the fans had not demanded it, $440 was apparently the price. That's what I was told by people in the camp organization. Now, I doubt the money came out of Jimmy's pocket. I'm sure the Marks paid for it. But that's what I was told by people inside the at that time. And Jimmy was embarrassed that I got mine for free and I didn't even ask for it.
Isn't it funny how the one that calls people the Marks the most?
Verified. He's on in 7 states and this shit and the other, and Bolin needs to be verified. Bolin's connected with WWE. I didn't ask for it, and I woke up one day and had it was under 1,000 followers, and had the blue check mark. I said, "Well, fuck,
some bitch."
Jimmy had way more than me, and he wasn't verified yet. So,
Oh, I bet that chapped his ass.
Had to be
God
verified.
damn it, motherfucker! How the hell did you get a blue check mark?
It's probably kind of how that went. It would be my guess. That's probably how that went. So we got $21 in the house. Vanessa is needing some transportation money to do some follow up. She's not going to get the settlement money on her father's death. Apparently, when the elderlies die over there, you get a little settlement check. It's like $100. 5,000 pesos,
So
but they
Social
told
Security death benefit, basically.
is that so they ran out of money though. Go figure. Must be Trump running that shit with tariffs over there. But they ran out of money, and there's Chris Jake in the house. They ran out of money, and she can't get her money until probably January of next year when they get a new budget. And but she needs 350 pesos transportation money, so she's probably like a little food on there. So if we could raise $10 for her, that would be great. Eunice needs her Girl Scout outfit so she can go on some camping retreat. And apparently they change uniforms more than the fucking Oregon Ducks and the Girl Scouts. So she needs another. Bob, real quickly, because I remember when the number was 176 and I was blown away. The first time I looked it up, the Oregon Ducks had 176 combinations of uniforms. And it's way more than that now. They might have 176 helmets. They haven't worn the same uniform, I think, in like 11 years. Same uniform combination. But I think it's in the 400s now, Bob. Maybe higher.
Let's take a look here.
That's crazy.
And of course, they're owned by the owner of Nike, Phil Knight. I don't know why he didn't call his shoes 90. I'd have just called them 90 Nights. What I'd have done.
I always thought they were called Nike.
He probably sold a lot more shoes if he'd have named them 90 Nights. Just my guess.
Nice.
I'm a marketing expert.
Yeah, you
lots of things. Ranking them, uniform combinations. All right. Let's just go here to the old.
So let me see what I get on Google. Hey Google, how many combinations of uniforms do the Oregon Ducks football team have?
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
I can't read it.
I don't know that shit.
Computer, how many combinations of uniforms do the Oregon Ducks have? Computer. Just walked up.
How many? I want to say how many possible combinations.
Sorry, something went wrong.
Yeah, no fuck. You shut up. Computer, how many uniform combinations do the Oregon Ducks football team have?
From facts.net. As of December 2012, a physics professor calculated that Oregon football had 9,984 different
Jesus.
combinations.
That was in 2012.
Oh my God.
2012, 9,000 combinations of uniform colors.
Well, I mean,
What was the actual number? 9,000
bottom.
I haven't seen Oregon wear the teal and orange yet, but you think it would be one of the
gotta
combinations?
be in the color
the
scheme
bottoms,
somewhere.
a different helmet scheme or the socks.
They count socks and shit.
Yeah, that actually is not the number that I heard. I originally heard it was 176, and then I heard it was like 400 and something. Then I heard it was like 600 and something. I never heard 9,000. I got factoring in socks and
multiplies with compounding interest now.
The team with a million uniform combinations and 0 national titles, the Ducks never failed to bring the heat, thanks to Nike.
We're worried
Well,
about
you know,
looks, not performance. We're a looks, not performance school over here.
Yeah, the helmets, and then if you change the face mask on the helmet,
Yeah.
right? So that's a different combination.
Wristbands and shit,
You
probably.
got socks, and you got wristbands, and do
Mouth
you have
guard.
an O on the wristband or not?
As
or
far
do
as
you
different
I wonder if
uniform
draws
colors,
count.
the number I heard was 600 and something.
Yeah,
Never heard
does the
9,000.
jockstrap
That's more.
count
That's
or
more
what?
impressive.
They got a
Louisville's
thong,
quite
a
few
jock
combinations.
strap, briefs.
Yeah, Louisville's got. Well, you don't. More often than not, you don't see the jock strap during the game.
It's part of the uniform, though.
Unless you just really get hit hard and then they're you like,
Yeah, if they knock your jock strap out, they knock the shit
if
out.
you knock your jock strap off, you're kind of.
You got bubbles coming out of your nose if that happened.
Let's see here. Elon wants to lower my energy bill.
That's nice of him.
So
Oh, hey, as of 6 minutes ago, Donald Trump has not won a majority of the votes cast for president.
Oh, really?
It says his total has fallen below 50%, and his margin
Well,
over Kamala Harris has narrowed considerably.
Well, he fell 50, but he's still above her, though. Last I saw, he was
50%.
1.7 million ahead, but at one
I
point
think
he
it
was like
says-
5.8 million ahead.
So
Because
one thing
you
I,
got to factor in all the bullshit votes.
Yeah.
well,
that's why
one
he's
thing
below
I thought, one thing I ran across, I think it was Sunday. Typically, in every election, there are what they call bullet ballots. People will go into the election booth and they will, "Hi, Dad. Dad, bring me the mail. Thanks, Dad." And he's throwing it on the floor. Okay,
he
but
hit
they'll go in and they'll vote for president. And they won't vote for anybody else on the ballot.
Never
right?
seen your dad Flippy. They talked about that on CNN the other day.
Called a bullet ballot. Typically, they run about 1% of the ballots. And in the 43 non-swing states, the results are about 43% or about 1% of the ballot in those 43 states are so-called bullet ballots.
Yeah.
In the 7 swing states, it's anywhere from 6 to 11%. Now,
Here's another stat I heard. The election this year, if you remember, I think they said the election previously, even though Biden won huge by over 7 million votes, and the Electoral College was similar to what it was this year, they said 75,000 votes in the 7 swing states basically determined the election. This year, since all these other votes have been coming in, the numbers have dropped to around 200,000. So out of all those fucking votes, 200,000 votes in 7 states have determined who won, and he won by right about 1% or less in every one of those 7 states. So
Well, here's what's stupid down here. We actually had a chance on the ballot to where you could elect anybody. You didn't have to go in the primaries. You wouldn't have had to go with your party. Fucking voted it down. Because of course the Republicans want their guy on the but yeah, it was on the ballot.
But,
well, if you remember, they were trying to get the vaccination guy that said Donald Trump eats shit food, and then what's the next day doing? Eating shit food
McDonald's
on the plane
down his
with
throat.
Trump. Eating shit food on the plane with Trump. I think Trump made him do it because he said he ate shit food. So I don't know.
Thing about those bullet ballots, though, in those 7 states, there were enough of them in each state to put the vote totals above the number that's required for a mandatory hand recount.
Says as of right now, Trump has 49.94, while Kamala has 48.26%.
Yeah.
I
won in a landslide. It's a mandate. It's the biggest landslide in the history of voting, which obviously, and they showed about 8 other elections. Apparently, this was out of 51 elections or however many there's been. I think they said, because there's obviously not been 51 presidents, but I think they said out of 51 elections, this was the 44th largest margin of victory. So it's closer than most. Paul RJ in the house. Guys, we're gonna have to wrap it up soon because no one's doing anything. Let me check. I think we got.
Have you guys been hearing from Jambi? Jambi, damn it.
Yes, I have.
I have as well.
I sent. Oh, you heard from Jambi.
I have not, fortunately.
I sent her $20-something to help out. I didn't vote, Paul.
Billy Sellers, shame on you.
You fucker. You're the one that.
You're the reason, Billy.
You and 20 million others just like you that didn't vote. Apparently,
he took that Billy don't be a hero shit literally, didn't he?
Apparently 20 million Democrats did not vote this time, which pretty much,
Billy could have been a hero, but he's a fool with his life.
1,000 of them to show up. But no, we've got a grand total of $21 in here. So,
oh my God.
So we're about to wrap it up, folks.
Been here for 40 minutes, so.
Well, we're going to go 6 more minutes, and if we can get to $60, we'll stay, and if we don't, we won't.
6 more, we out the door.
And I don't know. 4,889 subscribers. That number never goes up, even though every week it says that your subscribers are up nearly 30 to 100 from the previous month. It says that every month. And the number never cracks 4,900. Never. Something is really fucked.
Yeah.
And
there's weird shit going on with these algorithms.
And if they
things don't make
to
sense.
this channel to begin with, David Martinez, you're going to help us out tonight? Eunice, we have made almost no money tonight, and we're trying to even help people that need food, and we are getting no help.
Yeah. So
I don't
far
even know
we
why
have
we
1/3 of a bag of rice.
David, why do you still not have a badge? David.
Hello, Eunice. Good morning, evening, whatever it is over there.
So we're going to hang in here 5 or 6 more minutes and see if we can get to $60. And if not, then, Honey Rose needed help. And then one of the transactions we made, they did not give her the money, claimed they didn't get it. I don't know what's up. The store, we have used them many times. And they said they didn't get the money, so they won't give it to her. The company I used to send it says, well, they need to send us proof they didn't get the money. I said, how do you prove you didn't get it?
Prove you didn't get it?
Kenny, prove to me you didn't get
Just
those.
pull your
Nikes.
pockets out and let them drape over.
Kenny, prove to me you didn't get those Nikes we sent you. I need a screenshot the proof that you didn't get them. Well, there's my porch. It's empty. Is that good enough? Nothing on my porch. So I don't know how you go about doing that.
Some backwards ass shit, man.
Oh, is Jazzy Jana in here? Eunice is saying
I haven't seen her.
I chatted with her over the weekend for a little bit. And I think she also told me she's got to get some tires. Michigan Mike got some tires. I don't know if Good Chris is watching tonight, but Good Chris bailed us out big time a few weeks ago. But we got about 5 or 6 minutes here to do something. Bob, what else do we need to cover? Oh, anybody that thought that fucking Tyson, it turns out apparently 58-year-old Tyson could have beat Joke Paul within an inch of his fucking life from everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Even Floyd Mayweather said it was a crock of shit.
Oh, he accidentally caught him with a good clip to the chin and had to ease up.
Yeah, and my son who studies this shit, my son's been trained in every form of martial arts, fighting, boxing there is. Pays way more attention to it than I do. I had not seen it, but he says, Dad, it was 8 rounds of him trying not to kill this fucker.
Mm-hmm.
You could see him pulling the punches, swinging and missing for obvious reasons. And I thought that Tyson looked a little skinny on the weigh-in. Well, I only saw him from the side for a split second.
Oh, he beefed up.
There was more contact on the weigh-in than there was in 8 rounds of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that shame? So I only saw him from the side, but so then I saw the whole thing. For 58, Someone said he looked bloated. I said he looked bloated, but see, I'd only seen that split second of the weigh-in.
Well, and that's because he actually had to gain weight fast because he was hospitalized a month prior.
Exactly right.
So yeah, he put that weight on fast, which will bloat.
Been hospitalized with serious shit the month before. Probably wouldn't be in the ring fighting in a real fight anyway.
See, and to me, his legs looked a little slow, which kind of affects a lot of shit. Because if he'd have had his full legs behind him, he'd have knocked him out of the ring.
Well, I saw
everybody's saying it was a work. Everybody that knows anything about it,
it looked a little. Yeah, it was suspect.
Yeah. Apparently, Art Gel is needing some help. Her mother's in here, but ain't looking good. Yeah, I've named him Joke Paul. Well, he looked enormous compared to Tyson. I thought he was supposed to be a big guy, but apparently not. But
now, here's the thing: I haven't heard in years. Like
Floyd
USDA testing.
Floyd Mayweather said it was a crock of shit. Anybody that's ever worked in boxing or wrestling, and Chris said it was just absolutely.
It was brutal.
27-year-old guy who's supposed to be a fucking boxer, but they started that fake boxing shit. As a matter of fact, apparently Jake Paul has never fought a real boxer in his life one time, and then that
he fought one and lost.
Unheard of, beat him, and apparently beat him pretty bad.
It was Tyson. It was Fury's brother.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So apparently he's only fought one real boxer in his whole life, and he got his ass beat. And the other Paul does the other Paul do boxing too? Because he does fake boxing.
He fought Mayweather in a fake fight where Mayweather accidentally knocked him out.
Mayweather would know then. I was wondering why Mayweather was coming in on this, and he called it a crock of shit. You think he would protect the business, wouldn't you? Well, he wasn't. Apparently, he wasn't.
Well, yeah, I had the video of that where he clipped him in the chin and he was out. So Mayweather was kind of holding him up under his armpits until the round was over. But yeah, he knocked him out.
Now there's a theory out there that's not a theory. It was called a fucking work. Throw whatever goddamn uppercuts you want.
Yeah, they made it 2-minute rounds, 8 rounds, 14-ounce gloves. But what was it? Tyson could have 14 ounces where Paul had like 16. The gloves were not the same size.
Oh shit!
So it was just a whole bunch of shit that wouldn't be in.
And
a
then
normal
Netflix was not even prepared to broadcast the fucking thing.
Well,
oh no, it was brutal.
It might be the best thing ever happened to WWE is this debacle. Now they got a month to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Well, they got the NFL game coming up too.
Netflix has an NFL game
on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that was the Amazon Prime game.
No,
they usually do Thursdays.
Oh, that's the Black Friday game.
Amazon has a Black Friday game, right? But they've had Thursday night football the whole year, so they're prepared for it.
I've never had any problem with the Amazon Prime games. Plus, they're in 4K, HDR 4K, which is nice because you don't get many of the NFL games that are in true 4K, especially on the 4 o'clock and 1 o'clock games. And but they're nice when you get them. But Amazon Prime and and big playoff games, we'll get some of those in 4K.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're not to the stage yet that all Sunday night, Thursday night, and Monday night games are not in 4K. It's one fucking game. It's one. I can understand. Well, we don't want to determine. We don't have enough 4K equipment to go around 11 games. I can understand that, but I think for those one games, it's 3 fucking games.
But you're the NFL. How you not afford that?
You're the only game in town at those times. Why in the fuck can those games not be in 4K? And some people I've talked to, well, I can't tell the difference between 1080p and 4K. Well, I can. Well, and my vision is not the greatest, and it's not dramatic.
Oh, there's a definite crisp, like a crispness.
Well, and if you have an OLED TV, it makes the 4K pop a lot better than if you're on a regular 1080p. Like this TV here is 4K, the 70-inch. It's 4K, but it ain't that OLED. You can throw 4K on this and 4K on that, and it's two different worlds. The Dolby Vision, it's two different worlds. I'm good for $10, even though I lost 100 on tight. Well, you stupid fuck! You bet on a rigged fucking fight to where you thought the 58-year-old man. I almost don't want your $10. You're scaring me.
Almost.
I almost don't want it. I just called him a stupid fuck, so he probably ain't going to donate anyway.
Yeah, well, I'll put my hand right back in my pocket.
He bet 100 on a fake. You might as well bet on Jerry Lawler versus Terry Funk. You'd had a better chance of winning. Oh, my fucking God. You didn't know the fight was going to be a work. David Martinez from Texas. Bob, you should be ashamed. Holy fucking shit. I lost $100. You bet on a 58-year-old man who just got out of the fucking hospital to beat up a 27-year-old pro boxer. You got what you deserved.
Now, if it was a real fight, I think it would have happened.
Oh, I think if Tyson was at his healthiest and Paul is whatever the fuck he is, Tyson would have killed him, even at 58.
Mm.
I mean, like I said, I'm 64. I ain't going to run anybody down. But there's a lot of fucking people in this neighborhood that if they step up on my porch, I'll fuck them up.
Well, there was one spot where Tyson
I ain't going to run you down. That's for goddamn sure.
There was one spot where Tyson hit Paul pretty well. And then there's like this immediate clinch up on the ropes. And you can see Tyson leaning in and then Paul leaning into him. And then Tyson taps him on the shoulders. He's like, do you want your $20 million or not?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, my brother. I was shocked that Paul got more money than Tyson. I'm shocked Netflix agreed to pay either one of them after the fucking fight. So,
people love reality television.
I was giving him shit over them being 40,000 empty seats in the state. Well, it looks like a sellout to me. I said, we used to make Raws look like a sellout with half a house.
There's a hard cam on only one side of the building.
If it's over 100,000 seat stadium, and then for boxing, you can easily get a shitload more fuckers. We can easily go close to 110,000 people for boxing.
Yeah, you pack them up against the ring damn near.
And they had 70,000 people, and apparently there was a lot of giveaways.
Sellout for the seats that they sold.
Well, it's like Tampa. Sellout in Tampa is 20,000 people in a 43,000 seat stadium because they tarp off the entire upper deck. I've never seen anybody in the upper deck even during the playoffs in Tampa.
Okay, now I might want to see that.
Let's bet on that one, Martinez. Oh my God. I bet 100. So you could have helped 5 Filipino families have food for 30 days. Or I'll gamble on a fake boxing match. David. No wonder you ain't got a badge. Oh my God.
If you had one, we'd revoke it.
I am
Do we
shocked
want Rico off or what?
shocked you didn't vote for Trump. I know
Rico
he
was
said
working, so
it would go
maybe he
blue.
was-
Oh, that's right.
Normally, people that are ignorant enough to do what David Martinez did, and David going, he really don't want that $10, does he? I'd have loved to have had the 100. Let's see if he donated. He didn't donate. He's just fucking with me. Let me see.
So was that AEW just a one-off, or is he still with them?
David Martinez did donate $10, so I can shit talk him all I want now. He did donate $10. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, Dave.
But I'm still
You've
going to
actually-
say you were a dumb fuck for doing that.
We actually tied for last with the donation size, though. I have to tell you that.
Yeah.
You tried for last. Okay.
Yeah. Of course, it's
Zach Bonner
Zach-
for running away with it with $11.11.
It's a boat race at this
running away with it.
it's a tugboat race.
What do we got, Bob? $31?
$31.11.
Can we get $30 more at least to help these people out? Is that asking too much?
Probably.
I
This
bet
crowd.
$100 on a fake fight. David Martinez. So you thought the fight was going to be real, and then you bet on the 60-year-old man that just got out of the fucking hospital.
Hey, that slap looked good, though.
That was a good slap.
I think the slap was there to make David Martinez put money on the fight.
Although I think
did-
if it was a real slap, he'd have went down.
Did you see the so-called promo out of that Trump supporting fucking Jake Paul? Did you Joke Paul? Did you see the promo after the slap? You've done it now. This is personal now. You're gonna die. Yeah, of exhaustion, getting to the fucking ring in Texas Stadium. His son, Tyson's son, interviewed him backstage. I did see that on YouTube. He interviews him. Everybody's wondering why Tyson kissed this guy in the face. That was his son. And then when Tyson walks away, he's dressed as a sumo wrestler. All you see is ass and a black belt. I'm pretty sure my son doesn't want me to wrap a sumo outfit around me and kiss him on the cheek on camera on worldwide television. Pretty sure he doesn't
And
want
when you
that.
Mike Tyson, you can do that shit.
Yeah, well, Eunice, we've made a grand total of $30 in here tonight, and you need 20 for your outfit, and we got people that are hungry. So, is Butterbean still alive? Fuck.
Yeah, he just went through that DDP thing.
He does what? Oh, is he?
You know, DDP has that accountability house or whatever the hell it's called, where he takes
Yeah,
old ass
yeah.
athletes and builds them back up.
Well,
yeah, Butterbean was part of
what
that.
I've heard
Now
he's
he
got
can
about 3 failures. Not to shit on him, but I hear he's got like 3 failures in a row that haven't failed so well in that little house
Are
of
you,
horrors.
are you talking about somebody named Marcus, perhaps?
Bagwell didn't do so well. I think Razor Ramon was in there for a little bit.
Jake. Yeah.
Well,
Jake,
I guess, is
Jake
doing okay.
Jake is better, but yeah, Razor Ramon,
Jake the Snake.
Buff,
Yeah.
and there was one other guy I'm not thinking of. Oh, Scotty Riggs, because he was homeless for a long time.
Due to drugs?
Probably.
Well, drugs are bad. You can watch The Simpsons and learn
Drugs are bad. Okay.
that. Who has watched Landman yet?
What's that?
Oh my God, Billy Bob Thornton's new show that's on Paramount. Watch the first episode, you'll be hooked. Watch the second episode, you'll be double hooked. Landman is good. Billy Bob Thornton is what every man wants to be when he has to deal with a arrogant fucking police officer. And it basically tells you what a bunch of crooked fucks and it's kind of based in Midland, Texas. And they talk about real places around there but no, Billy Bob is great in this fucking thing. And I loved him in Fargo anyway. On the series Fargo, Billy Bob.
So
did a good
what
job.
is he exactly like in this show?
Billy Bob? What is he? He works for the oil industry, and he basically negotiates deals to get drilling rights on your land.
Okay.
You own everything above. We're going to own everything below, and that's ours. Watch the first 2 episodes. They're on Paramount, and if you don't think that's one of the better shows on TV, I'll be shocked. My brother my brother thinks Yellowstone is better, but that's because in his mind, everybody on Yellowstone is a racist, Trump blowing Republican. and that they're all baby faces. When I watch it, I see all heels, and who do you hate? You know.
Right.
He tried to tell now Bob, my racist brother's probably watching the show. He
Hello,
tells
racist
me
brother.
that Michael
Hello,
Rappaport
Slim Pickens.
changed his views on Trump. He did some apparently racist podcast and said he was wrong about Trump. Is there any evidence that Michael Rappaport, that would be like me flipping and blowing Trump?
He said something real weird that was he blamed Democrats. And it was basically
Well, there's a
he
lot
did
of people
sound like he
blaming
was not a
Democrats for
Kamala
what
fan.
happened. Well, that's
but-
okay. I mean, you can not be a Kamala fan, and that doesn't make you a Trump blower.
Right, but it was just the way he said it, and I can't tell exactly what he said, but I remember thinking,
Yeah.
"You fucking moron." But all he
Yeah.
does is holler like an 8th grade bully,
Yeah.
every damn thing he says.
He and I have a different approach to our despise of Trump.
Mhm.
He shows up everywhere Trump goes in New York and heckles and yells and
It's kind of a loser, really,
Yeah,
like,
we
as
have-
far as
we have-
actors go.
Yeah, we have two different approaches. Well, Rappaport did an amazing job on Justified. And
Watch
Billy
it.
Bob Thornton's kid on this Landman show. I knew I'd seen that kid before. And the kid who plays Billy Bob Thornton's son on this show, he was kind of the orphan child to the Rappaport family, the characters they played on Justified. But on that show, he looks like maybe a 14-year-old kid, 15. And now he's working in the oil industry at like the age of 18 or 19 on this show. So, but no, it's definitely worth checking out. As a matter of fact, I think you'll be hooked when you watch the first 10 minutes. I watched 15 minutes of it, told my son, man, this is a hell of a show. And how much do you think the oil industry makes profits per day?
Per day,
Yeah,
$4
per
billion.
day. I think the number was $3 billion a day.
So I went
$3
over.
billion a day. And that's not what they make. That's their profit.
That's the profit.
You
Yeah.
want to bitch about how high gas prices are. Well, $3
Thanks,
billion
Joe
a day.
Biden.
Well, now do 360, and that's just in the apparently the American oil industry.
Oh wow.
But no, and he says as far as the money that the oil industry makes does not touch big pharma, doesn't touch the food and drug industry, does not touch he said it just pales in comparison to what a lot of these organizations make.
Wow.
And but big pharma, he says, the least of our fucking problems compared to what big oil makes.
It's crazy to think how much money is actually out there.
But yeah, it's called Landman. If you have a way to watch it, it's on Paramount Plus. I watch it on Kodi and Paramount Plus, but if you want it 4K with no commercials, that's the way to go. Bob, what else we got to cover? Because looking like another shit night.
Well, do we want to go over the football results or just talk about the new top 25?
I went undefeated.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
I'm getting tired of you. I'm getting tired of you counting my sarcastic
Reverse
picks against
psychology.
me. I talked to the executive committee, and they're not happy that you've been penalizing me for those sarcasm picks. Reverse
Yes.
psychology.
Well, you want to go over the
There-
top 25?
Oh yeah, let's do the top 16.
Okay,
So come
well,
on, guys. Look at little Unison here. She wants to go on a Girl Scout camping retreat. She needs to get her uniform. We got a couple of families that need help. Honey Rose needs some help. Little Art Gel needs some help. I
All
already
right, top
helped Candy, damn
25.
it.
Top 16, we can do that. Well,
Let's-
dropped
let's
out of the
start
top
16
25
on
this
down
week.
because that's basically your first four in. 16 to 12, that's your first four in. So let's do, and I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. So I'll be surprised as everybody else. So let's do 16 on down. Let's start with number 16.
Number 16 from Boulder, Colorado, the Colorado Buffaloes at 82.
So they're in striking distance. Okay. A lot of people rooting for them to get in with Neon D. As a matter of fact, it might be your next head coach from what a lot of people are saying.
Could be. Now they're floating names like Jason Witten. I'm like, God.
No. Wow.
All right. Number 15 from College Station, Texas, the Mighty Aggies of Texas A&M.
Another SEC team. What we need.
From the great state of Utah, number 14,
Boise.
those Brigham Young University.
BYU hanging
Boise,
in there.
Utah. Huh?
The Boise, Utah Youngs.
Number 13 from the city of Dallas, the Mustangs of SMU.
You're
also
saying
at
it ain't
91.
TCU. We know that.
Well, no, TCU's in actually.
So
TCU's in
SMU
Fort Worth.
is 13.
SMU's 13. Number 12 from the other great state of Utah, Boise State.
They're from Ogden. Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
the Ogden, and they got a horse on their helmet.
It's a long commute.
Totally.
Number 11, falling 4 points from last week's toll, the Tennessee Volunteers at 8-2.
They were 7th and fell to 12th, so they fell 5 spots.
11, not 11th. They're 11th. Boise State's 12th.
Oh, Boise's 12. So Boise's in the playoffs as of now.
As of right now.
Or are they? Because Georgia was 12th, and they were not in the playoffs because they were getting bumped out because of some fucked up conference rule.
I think Boise State's leading their conference, though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Georgia was not. So Georgia could have finished 12th and not made the playoffs. And listen to this shit. Miami last week was 9th, but was going to be 4th in the playoff seeding. That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
Damn.
Speaking of Georgia, they do come in at number 10, 8-2, up 2 spots.
Okay.
Also up 2 spots, the Old Miss.
I think AP had them 8th.
They do, yes.
Yeah.
The Old Miss Rebels coming in at number 9.
Yeah.
The Hurricane of Miami are at number 8, up 1 spot.
So does it show you if the playoffs happen today who Miami would play?
It does not. I would guess.
Are we still in a bye or not?
I don't think so.
We'll see that later tonight. Yeah, because last week we were getting a bye, and then we had an off week.
Yeah. So Alabama, after their thrubbing of the powerhouse Mercer, moves up 3 spots to number 7.
Are you
after that?
Well, see, that's why the SEC does that. They schedule all these powder puff teams at the end of the year. Now that we're doing this playoff shit, that fucking shit's got to end because the SEC is notorious for it. Not that other schools don't do it as well, but the SEC at the end of the year to get them so they can get to be bowl eligible, play these Mercers and East Carolina states and South Dakota, New Mexico state, and all this shit. That shit's got to end. But play fucking real teams or don't fucking play. I mean, this is bullshit. To move up 3 spots by beating a team you should have beat by 90, unfucking believable. Go ahead.
Number 6, really 9-1, Notre Dame.
Now I'm really mad.
Number 5, the Hoosiers.
The Catholic boys are still doing good.
And number 5, the Hoosiers, undefeated Indiana. I don't think I would ever think I would say those words 10 games into the season.
Is David Martinez saying more stupid shit on here? Because who the fuck is Kellen Moore?
I have no idea.
Was the Kellen
Did you spend so much money, David, you can't get a badge?
He lost $100.
Also says they kayfabed the severity of the hospitalization of Tyson with the insider talk.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt it a bit.
Number 4, Penn State. Number 3, the Longhorns of Texas. Number 2, the Buckeyes of Ohio State.
All right, and then the Ducks.
And number 1, the team with 1,017 uniform combinations.
1,017.
Nobody
on the planet Earth will ever live to see all the combinations of the Oregon Duck uniforms. It's impossible. They only play.
It is impossible.
Dropped
out of the top 25 this week. Kansas State, Washington State, Louisville, and LSU.
Or Louisville.
4 new teams make the top. Arizona State at 21, Iowa State at 22, Missouri hangs in there at 23. UNLV makes their first appearance at 24, and Illinois comes in at number 25.
Louisville did some stupid shit. They got exactly what they fucking asked for.
Army up 5 points to number 19. South Carolina up to number 18. Clemson up to number 17. Tulane comes in at number 20. And that, my friends, is your rankings.
The Tulane Green Wave. And ladies and gentlemen, you tightwad motherfuckers. And David Martinez that will not drop $2.99 on a badge, but he did donate $10. We raised $31 for these people in desperate need. $31. No wonder none of you watch, because you're scared to death we might ask you to do something decent for somebody. 5,000 subscribers. We got 18 people watching the show. Unbelievable. All right. I think y'all trying to tell me to just quit podcasting and quit trying to help people. I think is what people are trying to tell me. One of these days I'm going to listen to you. All right. Well,
Maybe
that's
this
it
week.
for tonight. We were here an hour like a bunch of fucking idiots. Longer than an hour and 5 minutes. And well, thanks to how many donated? 3 people?
3 people. Zach Bonner for $11.11. TC from the NC, $10. David Martinez without a badge, $100 on Tyson, but $10
Yeah, 100 on Tyson,
Filipinos.
$10 for needy people, 100 on a fake fight, and bet on the old man out of the hospital.
Out of the hospital.
You're the
You gonna bet on
Louisville
Survivor
Cardinals.
Series while you're at it, David?
You're the Louisville Cardinals. You're the Louisville Cardinals. You got what you fucking deserved. All right. Well, Bob, I guess we'll try it again on. Are we doing Thursday or Friday?
I'll let you know tomorrow.
All right. Let me know tomorrow. We don't want to interrupt the Dungeons and Dragons or anything. And we come on here early because everybody bitches. We all are on too late. I'm asleep. I'm sleepy. I gotta go work. I don't know what else to do for you guys. I truly to God do not know what to do for y'all. And we try to talk about all the shit you want to talk about. We try to be live and interactive. I don't know.
Nobody
Bob.
interacts,
I
so
don't
you
know.
know, I don't know what the point of that is.
I don't know.
We could just do a post show for ourselves, and
I guess we'd raise more money. We could donate to each other. All right. Thursday or Friday, we'll figure it out and we'll let you know when, and we'll see all 25 of you back here then. Until then, I'm Kenny the StarMaker Bolin for the recovering addict Coltrane and from out of Hazelwood, who is heading down to Dallas to put some tin on a roof. We said good day.
Don't put the cat on it.